Hi, everybody, and welcome to Toronto Maple Leaf Classics here on ESPN Classic Canada. I'm Gord Miller. We're turning our attention today to a game played on March 29, 1980, between Toronto and Edmonton. The 1979-80 season was the first for the NHL after the addition of 4 teams from the World Hockey Association: Hartford, Quebec, Winnipeg, and, of course, the Edmonton Oilers, who brought with them their sensational scoring star from the World Hockey Association, Uэйн Гретцки. Gretzky would go on, of course, to become the NHL's highest-scoring player and its greatest player of all time. And his favorite place to play was Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, where he often had lots of friends and family in attendance. In his career, Gretzky would go on to score 30 goals in the regular season and would go on to say that the best game he ever played in the Stanley Cup playoffs was Game 7 against the Maple Leafs in the 1993 Stanley Cup playoffs at Maple Leaf Gardens. But his debut at the Gardens came in this game in 1980, and the great one did not disappoint.
A referee is Ron Hogarth, linesmen are Leon Stickle and Swede Knox. In the nets for Edmonton, there he is, Ron Lowe, with an average of 3.43. And there's Mike Palmateer. Palmateer's all set. We have the players at center ice now. Stan Weir is starting for Edmonton. Blair McDonald on one wing. Don Ashby on the other. Lee Fogelin and Doug Hicks on the defense. The Leafs are countering with Bill Derlego, number 19 at center, with Pat Hickey on the left wing, number 16. And Rick Vibe, number 22 on the right side, along with Borja Salming and Ian Turnbull, who has the puck. Turnbull, a long pass. That was knocked down by Hicks, who goes after it for Edmonton. And it's knocked down by Salming, then slipped through. And Weir trying to get in front of the net, and it's cleared back out to center ice. It's Fogelin losing the puck. It's shot up along the boards. It goes into Edmonton territory. And Doug Hicks covered. Derlego's trying to get the puck loose, along with Vive, and it goes in back of the goal, and Edmonton have possession. Just in the first minute of play, and there's no score in the game, as Ian Turnbull goes back, number 2, in back at the side of his net. Now passes one up here to Hickey. Hickey is being watched by McDonald. Finally, it's shot by the Leafs down the ice. It's going over the red line. It'll be touched by Hicks, and we have an icing, and Gary Dornhofer, and they're getting off to a pretty fast start.
Very good. Well, Joe Crozier is certainly very aware that the Leafs, if they're going to go somewhere in the playoffs this year, they have to improve their defensive play. A couple of things that he pointed out today. Number 1, he certainly wants his defensemen standing up at that blue line and not giving up the zone, especially the likes of Stan Weir and Uэйн Grettzky. And also, once they have the puck in their zone, he wants that quick pass to the wingers. Let's see if they can do it tonight.
Okay, Gary, and from the face-off, the puck is back of the net, cleared around on the glass. That goes into the crowd, and we'll have another face-off. Uэйn Grettzky, number 99, is out there.
Well, Glenn Sather, on the other hand, he's just amazed at this young hockey club. In fact, prior to tonight's game, they're out the back playing street hockey with a taped-up ball. Can you believe that? They're supposed to be under pressure.
That's Greg Hotham, who's out there on the defense now. It was cleared back by Burroughs. Hotham has it. Hotham gets it up for Sittler. Sittler's out there against Gretzky. The puck is cleared back. Palmateer has it. That's number 99, Gretzky. And Mike Palmateer nearly put the puck in his own net. He just made a dive for it. Here's right in front, and the backhand goes to the far side. Edmonton have the puck. Gretzky coming out in front with a shot. That stopped. It's knocked over to the wing, and it's brought out Martin to Sittler. Sittler up at center ice, over the line, trying to get through the defense. Gets on with the front. Oh, and Terry Martin was hooked, and there's going to be a penalty here when the play stops. That shot is wide. Palmateer's gone to the bench, and Gretzky flips it out and down the ice. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, this is Hockey Night in Canada.
As a member of the Canadian Broadcast Standards Council, ESPN Classic Canada is committed to the highest standards of broadcasting and adheres to the codes of conduct of the Canadian Association of Broadcasters. If you have a concern about something viewed in our service or under the Statement of Principles and Practices regarding journalistic independence, write to CBSC at P.O. Box 3265, Station D, Ottawa, Ontario, K1P 6H8, or email complaints at cbsc.ca. To obtain a copy of the Statement of Principles and Practices, write us at P.O. Box 9, Station O, Toronto, Ontario, M4A 2M9.
Hey, sorry I spilled coffee in your new car the other day.
It's okay.
Is that a voodoo doll?
Yeah. Doesn't work, though.
You'll get passionate about 3 Nissans for under $15,000. Like the Sentra, now only $14,998. See Nissan.ca for details.
And there we are. There's the time remaining in the first period, 15:45. Grettzki goes to the blue line to Hotham. Hotham shot it wide. It's Anderson stealing the puck. Gets it right out in front, but he shot it too hard past Grettzki all the way down the ice. Palmatier to Hotham. Hotham playing with Burrows. A quick pass over in the wing. Gets it back. Up to Burrows. Burrows' pass taken by Grettzki. Grettzki trying to center it. He did right across the goal mouth, and it was cleared off to the wing by Kevin Lowe. That's Kevin Lowe with a number 4. Edmonton in their own territory. Lowe getting it over for Pat Price. Shot it to center ice. Cleared right back in again. Murdoch, number 47, out, was touched with a high stick.
Well, Detroit on Wednesday night, Don Murdoch scored his 100th and 101st goal in his National Hockey League career, coming over from the New York Rangers for Cam Connor. The knock against Donnie was that he didn't do an adequate job checking. Certainly can score goals, so that's Glenn Sather's responsibility now to develop him into a good two-way player.
Here's a shot right on by Bud. The puck poked into the corner again. Evan Lowe shot it, but it went into the crowd and bounced back onto the ice.
A line change coming up now. Pat Hickey, of course, since he came from Colorado, is blended in very nicely. He was a teammate of Murdoch in New York. Another newcomer of the Leafs, Mike Grettzki, doing a little repair work on his stick there.
On the face-off, a shot right on. Rebound along the boards. On Ashby getting it out to center. He's out there with Stan Weir. And that was called on the offside. And face-off will be outside the Edmonton Oilers blue line. Stan Weir with Don Ashby and Blair McDonald. They're the 3 forwards for Edmonton. And we have Al Hamilton on the defense along with number 6, Colvin Campbell. There's the puck out in front, knocked back by Stan Weir. Comes out in front of the net again. Here's Vive, goal! Ricky Vive drove it into the corner.
Ricky Vive is a happy young fellow there. The puck came loose right in the slot area. And did he ever get good one on it? You know, the puck was bouncing and up on its edge, but he caught that just perfect and let it go. Nobody around. McDonald, he was against the boards. He couldn't get there in time. Of course, it was a little bit too far for a defenseman to move.
5:34. Rick Vive.
5:34
Pat
was
Hickey
the time of Vive's goal.
Time 5:34.
Hickey under legal assistant. Puck is called on a icing against the Maple Leafs. 14:15 now remaining in the first period.
Well, it's always an exciting time when a player scores his 20th of the year. But look at the slot area. Vive will get himself in position. It'll come loose. Now McDonald, he should have been looking at Vive there, you know, instead of being against the boards. And in it goes. So his 20th goal, and the Leafs lead 1-0.
And we're all set with Stan Weir now, ready for his face-off against Derligo, and Turnbull takes it back to the net. Turnbull going up with Vive on the right side. Turnbull up to center. Pokes the puck the rest of the way. Going back for it is Doug Hakes of Edmonton. Gets it around for McDonald. Hopped over the stick of Pat Hickey, who hauls his man down, and there's a penalty. A holding penalty to Pat Hickey. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Toronto.
It's Suzuki's 100th anniversary, and we're giving you lots of great reasons to celebrate. Starting with the fuel-efficient SX4 sedan, a car that's fun to drive with European-tuned suspension and the largest trunk in its class. Plus a great 5-year powertrain warranty, and a company that'll be around when you need them. And right now, to celebrate our 100th anniversary, get 0% financing or lease from just $199 a month. Come and celebrate with us. Go to Suzuki.ca and visit your local dealer for a test drive today.
Hi, LL Cool J.
That was me, LL Cool J. Before I started using Stride from Old Spice. Now look at me.
And we're back live at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. The team's at full strength, 11:20 to go in the first period, and the Leafs with a 1-0 lead on Vive's goal from Hickey and Derligo at 5:34. Back there, number 4, Kevin Lowe. Kevin Lowe is being watched. He gets it up, though, on the right wing. A pass for Stan Weir. Stan Weir has it. Tried to relay it. Got it over the line for Dave Lumley. Into the corner. Sent it right front. And it was Laurie Boschman broke it up. Boschman, number 12, straight down through center. Over the red line, over the blue line. Then he was hammered into the boards by Lumley. At Price shoots it up over onto the left side to Dave Hunter. Hunter's pass for Weir. He didn't see it. And Hotham out there now on the defense goes to Burrows. Dave Burrows back for Hotham. Hotham shot it off the boards. Intercepted there by Kevin Lowe. Lowe goes in for Edmonton. He falls. Hotham tried to get it out. Shot around on the boards by Wayne Bianchin. Number 15 is out for the first time in the game. The puck comes out to center ice. That's number 11. Mark Messier shot the puck in. Palmateer's got it over to Hotham. Gets it up on the right side. Leaf player's being knocked down. And back for it is Burrows. Burrows over onto the wing to Hotham. Hotham shot it out and down the ice past Hickey. Going back to get it is Doug Hicks, and he gets it, and that's icing called against Toronto. We have Don Murdoch, number 47 out there now, along with number 24, Peter Driscoll. So a little juggling going on here in the first period. There's a pass in front. Murdoch just failed to get a direct drive. Comes back to Hicks. There's his shot. Palmateer got that. Another shot. And he stopped the rebound. Puck goes into the corner around back of the net. Cleared out to the blue line. A quick pass for Derligo. Failed to click. Mulhern out there now, number 8. Mulhern being watched by Murdoch, who took it away from him to Messier. Messier's pass. Hickey was there. And then it's Mulhern giving it to number 11, Ron Wilson, making his first appearance. Wilson gets the puck up on the right side. And Vibe missed a body check, goes over the line, trying to get set for a shot. And he was too well covered and knocked down by Driscoll. The Leafs have the puck. Pat Hickey centered it out in front, and Wilson just missed it. Wilson shot it in behind the net again. Hickey took a chop at it. That goes over to the far wing. Driscoll's got it for Edmonton. He gets it up to Messier at center. Messier and Murdoch going in together. Messier a hard drive, and it's wide of the net. Pat Hickey to Bill Derligo, number 19, coming through center ice. Shot the puck into the corner. It ends up back of the net. Lowe clears it up on the wing. And that's McDonald trying to get away. He left it there for number 19, Ashby. Ashby lifts one over on the side. Ashby's got it again. Trying to come out in front. Does the shoot the score! Murdoch scoring from Ashby. No question about that.
Well, the last couple of shifts, the Oilers have been doing a better job of skating. And what a great play here by Ashby. Salming got attracted by the puck there. Didn't take the man, and look at the play that he makes to McDonald. And boy, you don't want to leave McDonald alone. He knows what to do with that thing. He's got over, what is he, 47 goals now? Good position. And he pops it home. That was his 44th of the year.
And number 99, Usain Grettzki.
Grettzki got an assist on the play. The Leafs have that puck now in. Comes back to McDonald, and McDonald gets it over onto the left side. That's Colin Campbell shooting the puck in, ends up back to the net. Shot around on the boards for Paymo. And it's kept in by Edmonton. They're trying to get it up in front of the net. The Leafs break it up. It's Sittler coming up to center, overskates the puck momentarily, gets it over the line. Paymo shot, low, stopped out with his glove. McDonald gets it up on the left wing for Ashby. Ashby just shoots the puck in. Gretzky's out there. It's off the boards. There's a shot right in front, grabbed by Palmatier off the stick of Al Hamilton. 7:15. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
As a hockey parent, you'll obviously be making a lot of road trips. So I imagine safety is a concern. And you can't do better than a Honda. Like all Honda vehicles, it has class-leading safety.
And of course, the durability and reliability that you'd expect from a Honda. Not to mention great fuel efficiency. So all those road trips cost you less.
The Honda Big Save event is on now. So hurry in and save big. Lease the Accord LX or the CR-V LX from $278 a month for 36 months. The Honda Big Save event, only until March 31st.
This is the new MacBook. Its advanced aluminum and glass enclosure is completely recyclable. It's engineered to be so efficient, it can run on 1/4 of the power of a single light bulb. And it's made without some of the harmful toxins found in most computers, like mercury. The new MacBook, our greenest MacBook ever.
The Dairy Queen Sweet Deals value menu has 9 items to choose from. Any 2 for $4, any 3 for $5, and any 4 for $6. So I can choose from over 20,000 meal combinations! I'm gonna need a bigger tray. DQ Sweet Deals. What's your deal?
And we're back live here at Maple Leaf Gardens as we get set for the face-off, and we have Mark Messier, Don Murdoch, and Dave Semenko out there on the forward line for Edmonton. The Leafs counter with Derlego, Hickey, and Vive. Derlego getting it back. That's Ron Wilson. A perfect pass to Derlego. Derlego left it there. It's broken up by Edmonton. Comes up to center where Messier clears it over the line. Cutting in with a backhand. Another shot off the stick of Wayne Bianchin. Bianchin, number 15, cut right in. Now it's a pass, and the Leafs bring it back. Hickey coming to center. 2 minutes remaining in the period as Vive nearly got loose. It goes toward Wilson. He knocked it into the corner. Hicks goes after it. Vive's in there as well. Tried to kick it to Hickey. Burrows. Then to Hickey. Then to... It's shot back out here on the right side, and Murdoch sends it up to center ice. Falling down was Bianchin. And back for it, Ron Wilson, number 11. 1-1 tie. 1:31 remaining in the first period. The puck is cleared into the corner. Back of the Leaf goal for Wilson. Wilson over to Vive. Vive back for Derlego, too far. Edmonton come right back over the line. McDonald, a hard shot. That's Ashby 19 going after it. The Leafs chop the puck down the ice. But it's not going to go over the red line. Number 6, Colin Campbell. Out there with Al Hamilton, number 3. McDonald. A pass over on the wing, intercepted. He gets the puck ahead to Sittler. One man back, a shot. Low, stop that on the short side. It comes out in front again. Snowman gets it back to Sittler. Sittler for Paymo. They roll it. Score! Good Paymo from Darryl Sittler.
Well, defenseman Al Hamilton was all over Paymont, but somehow he got a stick on it. But he does the right thing. He heads for the net. As soon as you see your teammate with a puck against the boards, go for the net. Sittler laid it right in the crease area. Here it coming up. Paymont's going for the net. Deflects it. just crosses over the line. And that really hurts when you get that goal scored against you in the last minute of play.
1913.
1913, there's another shot right on. As the Leafs are trying to hem Edmonton in, but it was called on the offside.
All right, we're going to have one more look at it, but the good play by Sittler, you'll see him pick up the puck. Now look at Paymont heading for the net. Al Hamilton just slowed down slightly there. Didn't really have good position in getting a hold of Paymont in that play.
The puck goes to Borje Salming with 32 seconds remaining in the first period. 2-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's off the boards, out to center. Turnbull has it to Salming. Salming for Sittler. Sittler trying to get it through to Terry Martin, and that's broken up. Back for Pat Price. He gets a pass over to Gretcki. Gretcki's pass in turn knocked down. Gretcki got it again, this time to Ashby. McDonald is shot, and Palmatier stopped that. It's Wayne Gretcki coming around from behind that, and shoots more!
Oh boy, how he's going to have fun in the first intermission. That's amazing. But he's been doing it all year, Bill. Time and time again.
Beautiful.
Oh, wait a minute now. There's a signal, no goal. Bob Myers is saying that the time had elapsed. There's a discussion over at the penalty box right now. Or Hogarth, rather. I'm sorry. Hogarth, referee. Let's see if we can have a look at if the light goes on, signifying the stoppage of play. Here you see Gretcki going along. He'll hang on a little bit. And then high in the short side. You really can't tell. But now, Ron Hogarth had signaled it is a goal.
Well, it was Gretcki from McDonald and Ashby. 19:59 is the official time. It's actually over now. But as long as that red light goes on, it counts. And so the score at the end of the first period is Edmonton 2 and Toronto 2.
Here at our remote test facility, we put the Nissan Altima through over 5,000 extreme tests to help ensure long-lasting quality and durability. Of course, you'd never treat yours that way, right?
Sorry.
Get more Nissan for your money, like the Altima. Now only $23,198 with 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, don't pay for 90 days. See Nissan.ca for details.
Go. It's one tiny two-letter word that makes amazing things happen. Go is action. It's what gets us to try things we've always wanted to try. Go stretches our boundaries. It reminds us that it's a big, beautiful world, and it's time to make the most of it. More people go with Visa.
Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leaf Classics and our look back to the game in March of 1980 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Edmonton Oilers. Wayne Gretcki's first visit to Maple Leaf Gardens as a member of the Oilers. Well, the Maple Leafs had a pair of goals in that opening period from Rick Vive and from Wilf Paymont, who would also gain notoriety for wearing the number 99. But the Oilers have a pair, one from Blair McDonald and one from Gretcki, who at this point has 128 points on the season, en route to 137 on that year. Gretcki would tie for the scoring lead in the NHL, but Marcel Dion was given the nod for the Art Ross Trophy because he wound up scoring more goals. Gretcki never forgot that disappointment or the fact that he wasn't eligible for the Rookie of the Year award that season because he'd played in the World Hockey Association previously. But Gretcki was on fire this night at Maple Leaf Gardens as we take you to the second period.
Well, Bill, I'm glad we got that cleared up. It was a goal. We were a little confused there because there was a lot of players around Hogarth wondering if that went in, but it definitely counts. Gretcki has another goal, and the game is tied.
And play underway in this second period. A long pass for Ashby, and Ashby pushed off the puck. Payman goes to Turnbull in the corner. Turnbull's watched by McDonald. McDonald gets it back, and now here's to Lee Sittler. Ahead to Payman. Payman going in, takes his shot, and he fired it high off the glass. Gary Martin comes into the corner. He's got it for the Leafs. A 2-2 tie to Payman. Payman's pass, and McDonald going down with Gretcki. Gretcki's over the line. Gretcki stops. Gretcki still has it. Right out in front, they score! Beautiful play.
Isn't that amazing?
Gretcki to Don Ashby.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You know, if you're looking for a legitimate candidate for the Hart Trophy, just look at 99 Uэйн Гретцки. He had Salmi on him. He'll stop here. The defender will go by him. And then to make the perfect pass to Don Ashby, who got in good position. He just turned Salming inside out there, set up the perfect play, and the Oilers have gone out in front, and it's 3 points for Gretcki already.
Just 39 seconds into the second period. Edmonton with a 3-2 lead. The Leafs come back. Derlego a shot. That goes into the corner. Pat Hickey, then Derlego. Derlego lost possession of it. And here comes Gretcki again. Gretcki putting on a real show. Coming up the center. Gets it over the line. Stole the puck. Gretcki still has it. And he's trying to get it back. And Weig comes back for the Leafs. He's being watched by Kevin Lowe, a hard shot, and Ron Lowe stopped that. Hickey another shot. Time for Derlego, and it's out to Gretcki. Gretcki up at center, shoots the puck in, and gets a rest and a hand as well from the fans here at Maple Leaf Gardens. Back for Edmonton. Number 20 trying to get up in front, Lumley. Lumley has it again, a back pass behind the net. Stan Weir couldn't get it. They go to the boards. Hotham's got a skate on it. Vibe has two. Stan Weir's trying to dig it out. Play is called.
Well, Uэйн Gretcki certainly knows how to set up plays. But that last one, that was something else. He'll make the fast stop. Look at Ashby get in front of the net. Perfect. He didn't waste any time. He let it go right away. Salming was going from Gretcki to Ashby. And there's the close. The way Gretcki is moving up in the leading scorers for the National Hockey League. Only two behind Dion now. A goal and 2 assists early in the second period.
Dan Weir's shot from the faceoff. Palmateer got it over to the wing, and it goes in back of the net. Gloria Salming, number 21, around on the left side. Anderson can't get out. As Al Hamilton drove it back, it goes into the corner. Stan Weir after it for Edmonton. Gets it to Lumley. Lumley's trying to center it, and it's shot by the Leafs to the blue line, but not out. Finally comes out to center ice. Knocked down there by Campbell. Now it's over the line for the Leafs. Saganuk took a shot low. Scooped the rebound into the corner. Laurie Boschman shot it out as Salming was outside the line. Salming off the boards now for Boschman. Boschman shot it wide. The rebound into the corner for Al Hamilton. He was stopped. Anderson shot it over for Saganuk. Saganuk clears it back again. This time to Anderson. Anderson right in front for Boschman. And the puck is cleared over onto the far wing. A clearing pass now for number 12, Dave Hunter. And it's cleared by Saganuk down the ice. That's over from his own side of center. And that's icing. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, this is Hockey Night in Canada.
Lunch in the park again. He's so predictable. Cheesy, beefy, and melty. So complex. Maybe I was wrong about him. Maybe he's complex. Some sort of mysterious bad boy poet. What's he thinking?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Cheese. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Cheese.
Taco Bell's Cheesy Beefy Melt. Seasoned beef with lots of melty, cheesy goodness. For a taste that's deliciously complex. Think outside the bun. Try it in the Big Bell Box Meal.
Hey, sorry I spilled coffee in your new car the other day.
It's okay.
Is that a voodoo doll?
Yeah. Doesn't work, though.
You'll get passionate about 3 Nissans for under $15,000, like the Versa sedan, now only $12,498, the lowest MSRP in Canada.
We have 16 minutes, 58 seconds to play in the second period. Edmonton 3, Toronto 2. Here it comes back to the blue line. Fogelin wants to go to the boards. Dave Burrows losing it to Murdoch. Murdoch centered it, but it was nowhere near Messier, and the Leafs come back. Paymo trying to get around the defense, trying to drop it back to Terry Martin, and it's Messier coming down number 11 with Murdoch over the line. Murdoch takes the pass, missed the body check, and just failed to get it through, but he knocked the puck into the corner. Hotham comes up with it on this side. Murdoch missed him, and the Leafs trying to get the puck out, and they do. Darryl Sittler down the left wing at center, over the blue line, takes a shot. Oh, got his toe in the way of that. Back for Edmonton's Fogelin. Leaves it there for Murdoch to Fogelin. Fogelin is checked. And the Leafs. A pass ahead to Sittler. Sittler going in with Paymo. Paymo's got the pass. Here's the backhand, and it's high and wide. Then Boyasalvi walks right in. And Lowe stopped that.
Well, Boyasalvi, something that he does so well from that defensive position. He just picks that puck up and moves right in with his good speed and lets that wrist shot go. Ron Lowe was in the position to make the save. That's Salming trying to make up for that last goal against him. Really took charge there and got the good shot away. Perhaps Martin might have tried to get in front of Ron Lowe there and set up the screen. But a good play by Salming. Out with an injury tonight, but looking on, defenseman Dave Farish. His place being taken by Greg Hotham. Farish has that ankle injury. Twisted his ankle while carrying groceries. Can you believe that?
It can happen. Puck goes into the corner, comes up along the boards, and Edmonton bringing it up. That's Grettzki going with Ashby offside.
Well, that's one thing that the Leafs certainly have to be aware of. They can't give up the zone to Grettzki. That sign, Bill, on Red Lake is a testimony from Maple Leaf Garden manager Shanny McKenzie, whose son Billy played with the champion Red Leaf Maple Leafs. Congratulations, Billy, from all of us, especially your father, Shanny McKenzie.
Grettzki ready to face off. Puck goes to Vive. Vive gets it back to Salming. Over it goes on the left wing. Mulhern flips the puck in. Vive goes after it. Vive in a collision with Kevin Lowe, and they're going to call it icing.
Rick Vive was a first-round draft pick with the Vancouver Canucks. Certainly was a good trade by Punch Imlach. Bring him over here. It's just a matter of working with this young fellow. Get him acclimated to a new system, and he got his 20th tonight, and that's the 6th Leaf that has reached 20 goals or more.
Deleted change by Edmonton as they bring out Stan Weir at center. Wayne Gretzky, league leading 82 assists this season. Gary, that's really phenomenal. 19 years old. From the face-off, the puck is behind the net. It's Richard Mulhern getting it over to Salming out to center ice. Edmonton have possession. Dave Hunter's pass. That's Stan Weir shooting it in back of the net. And Mulhern stopped by Weir again, and Salming goes to the far side. And we have Derlego coming up to center ice with Hickey over the line. Derlego into the corner. Centered it. There was nobody there. And number 12, Dave Hunter. And we have a penalty. Tonight's game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
We offer 8
sandwiches with just 6 grams of fat or less. Made fresh in front of you with toppings to fit your healthy lifestyle. Enjoy one today. Subway. Think fresh. Eat fresh.
Feel protected by TD Insurance. People go out of their way to feel protected. With TD Insurance, you don't have to worry. Because we make it easy to protect yourself from the accidents of life. Get the insurance you need from the people you trust. TD Insurance.
Something's been happening at Ford.
You're seeing quality like never before. Some of the best vehicles.
The best vehicles.
The new Fusion.
Edge. Some of the highest quality in the world. Ford quality is equal
to Honda and Toyota. If they can't beat Ford,
Ford must be hard to beat.
More all-new design.
New Taurus.
Flex.
You haven't seen this lineup.
You haven't seen Ford. You don't have to wait. They're here now.
This could be the best car I've ever driven.
This is Ford today. Drive one.
You know when you don't know what song is playing and it's driving you crazy? With the Shazam app from the App Store, you just hold up your iPhone to the song, and in seconds, you'll know who sings it and where to get it. That's the iPhone, solving life's dilemmas, one app at a time.
Well, Dave Hunter got a little over-aggressive there and was caught holding. There's no question about that call against Rick Vibe. And the Leafs, with this power play, will try to tie up this hockey game.
Edmonton 3, Toronto 2, 14:59 remaining in the second period. The puck in the corner, shot off the boards. Ron Wilson couldn't keep it in. It's offside.
You know, Bill, the Oilers have 10 shorthanded goals. So when the opportunity presents itself and they have a chance to try and get a goal, they certainly do. You know, with the likes of Stan Weir and Mark Messier, two guys that can motor pretty good out there, they'll take advantage of the situation and try to get that shorthanded tally.
Puck is cleared by Foegele, and it goes back to Ian Turnbull. Turnbull then relays it to Ron Wilson. Ron Wilson, who's playing his first game with the Leafs this season, gets it up on the left side. Turnbull over for... Now the puck is along the boards here, and Wilson will try again. Gets it over on the wing. That's a drive by Boschman. Cleared to the blue line, then Turnbull gets the shot right on. Ron Lowe stopped that. Primo standing right in front of him.
You know, when you get possession of the puck in your own zone, what most coaches like to do is have the defenseman shoot the puck around the boards. But the winger, it's very important that he's along the boards. He can either try to gain control and shoot it out or try and deflect it past that defenseman. This is probably the worst part of the Oilers team is their penalty killing. They've had all kinds of problems this year. They are very vulnerable on the power play.
Sittler, Pema, and Laurie Boschman. The puck comes back to Wilson. Wilson goes to Turnbull. Turnbull into Sittler, and Sittler shot it wide on a deflection. Now it's Stan Weir getting up to Messier. Messier with Weir. They crisscross. Back to Stan Weir, and that was stopped by Turnbull, and Pat Hickey recovers. Pat Hickey starts out now as they've taken Boschman off. Out for Sittler. Sittler shot it over the line. Goes after it. Puck is cleared down the ice by number 14, Blair McDonald. 44 seconds left on the penalty now as the puck is back of the net, and so far the Leafs haven't been very successful with the odd man. Ron Wilson drives the puck in. The rebound off the boards. It's flipped but not out. McDonald goes after it. Couldn't get it out. Ends up in the corner. Sittler is given a bump. McDonald's there. The puck comes loose. Comes back to Ron Wilson. Wilson. Then to Turnbull. Turnbull took a shot. Lowe stopped that. They go to the boards again. And they hold it for a face-off.
Ron Wilson, because of the injury situation here with the Toronto Maple Leafs, was called up from the Moncton Hawks. First game this year Played a few games last year, but good opportunity for the young kid. You know, when you're called up, you always like to make an impression. You know, you have to, or you'll be back down again.
And there's Grettzki out killing off the last 6 or 7 seconds of this penalty. Greg Hotham shot the puck around behind the net. It's cleared around for Grettzki, and it's kept by Burroughs. The penalty is over. Back on the ice is Dave Hunter. Edmonton shoot the puck into the crowd, and we'll have a face-off. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Redesigned 2009 B-Class, starting from $29.9. Take advantage of this and other great offers at the Spring Break event. Now on, for limited time, only at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. They're always glad you came. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Kelsey's. Cheers to our new menu.
Hi, LL Cool J.
That was me, LL Cool J. Before I started using Stride from Old Spice. Now look at
me. This is the new MacBook. Its advanced aluminum and glass enclosure is completely recyclable. It's engineered to be so efficient, it can run on 1/4 of the power of a single light bulb. And it's made without some of the harmful toxins found in most computers, like mercury. The new MacBook, our greenest MacBook ever.
Old-timer Johnny Bauer played in the old-timers game here last week. Still as sharp as ever, eh, Bill?
Yes, he certainly is, Gary. Face-off in Edmonton territory. Teams are at full strength. Kazicki now at center with Anderson and Saganak. Murdoch, Messier, and out there on the forward line with Semenko. As the puck is back to the Leaf blue line. Cleared over from Kazicki to Hoffman. He's checked. And now the puck is cleared in, and it goes in back of the net. The Leafs bring it out. Burroughs, a long pass for Rocky Saganak. He has a breakaway. He's going in on goal. Goal! Burroughs hit him with a perfect pass.
Well, that is certainly a good way of getting out of your own zone. Davy Burroughs hits a flying Rocky Saganak. He's in full motion. Right, it just gets over the top of the circle. A high wrist shot. Ron Lowe, he never moved. It was by him before he had a chance to move. Just goes to show you the acceleration and speed of Rocky Saganak. Pullen Campbell tried desperately to try to make contact, but to no avail. Two good plays. Burroughs the pass, Saganak the speed and the shot.
And we've seen two very, very good goals in this period. One by Ashby and now by Saganak. As we have a 3-3 tie, the puck goes to the boards. They're holding it there. Hunter finally gets his skates on it.
Well, we're going to have one more look at it. There's the outlet pass. Saganak, he is in motion. And look at him go. Now, you notice Ron Lowe, he's not out there challenging like he normally does. He's back in his crease. Perhaps if he had come out a little further, might have discouraged Saganak and where he was trying to shoot that puck. But, a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to Rocky, and he says, I'm getting all kinds of chances, but I just can't score. And, we were talking about it for a while, and I just made a suggestion. Why not just try to shoot the puck at the net, not really go for corners and see what happens?
Well, he just fired that one, and it was in the net. We have Stan Weir getting it over. There's a shot. Palmatier, then Weir, another shot, and they roll it into the goal crease.
Penalty shot. Here we go. Oh, boy.
We're going to see everything tonight.
Yes, we are. Borje Salming, he grabbed the puck in the crease. There was no hesitation there by Ron Hogarth, referee. And this is worth the price of admission right now. We're going to see that play again when the Oilers broke into the zone. There is the pass by Stan Weir. Hunter on his backhand. There's a save. Stan Weir goes for the rebound. You'll see the puck in the crease. Salming falls on it. And now we'll have the penalty shot.
Salming is still furious about the penalty. We'll have to see who gets to make the play. Now somebody's thrown some mice out, live mice out on the ice.
Dan Weir, he'll be taking the shot. He was the last one to shoot it. There you see the little
there's the live mice. They'll have to get them
I think
on.
that's number 4. Mouse number 4. He will take the shot. And nobody's going near them.
By number 21, Stan Weir.
And Stan Weir, he's not being attracted by the mice running around the ice surface. He's going back to talk to Ron Lowe.
One of the mices is after the referee. Well, that's another first.
Can you believe that? Yeah, keep your composure there and your concentration, Stan. Stan Weir, formerly of the Toronto Maple Leafs. 31 goals this year. Conversation with Ron Lowe. Boy, this is what it's all about. One of the most exciting plays in hockey.
Here he goes. And score! Stan Weir.
Well, Palmatier, he came out to challenge, was out about 15, 20 feet, and then as Stan Weir got closer to the goaltender, he moved back, but let's give Stan Weir a lot of credit here. He made a good shift. He froze Palmatier on the play, and he goes to his forehand. Watch him. There, just a little shift. All of a sudden, Palmatier, he can't get back in time, and Stan Weir moves to his forehand and tucks the puck in the corner. You know, he was awfully close to Palmatier. Perhaps Mike might have thrown that goalie stick out and tried to deflect the puck away.
So it's 4-3 now for Edmonton. On the penalty shot by Stan Weir. At 7:57. The Leafs shoot the puck in. Going back for it is Fogelin. He's checked. Fogelin gets it again. Fogelin clears it up and it slides out to center ice. The Leafs get it back to their own zone. And here comes Borje Salming. Up the center, a long shot that bounces wide of the net. Back of the goal for Dave Hunter. Right in front. And that shot by Baird. Baird trying to get the puck loose, and here comes another penalty for falling on the puck.
Well, there was no hesitation by Ron Hogarth there. Right away, as soon as Fogelin was on the puck, he signaled the penalty.
With the score, Edmonton 4, Toronto 3. This is Hockey Night in Canada.
Dad!
Hey, sweetheart. Good to meet you, Tim.
Likewise, sir.
Beautiful new BMW.
Beautiful, yes, but not new.
Son, I know a new car when I see one.
Yeah, but it's pre-owned.
Right. And you'll get the master's suite tonight, Tim.
Looks like new, performs like new. And with a protection plan for up to 6 years or 160,000 kilometers, it's hard to believe it's pre-owned. And now, great value with financing rates starting at just 0.9%.
People think life in California is one big vacation. It's really a lot of work.
We have board meetings.
Board meetings!
Lots of board meetings. We're always playing catch-up.
We're really just a bunch of pencil pushers.
We work with some real characters.
We're always working weekends.
Hey, it's a dirty job.
But someone's got to do it.
So if California seems like your kind of work,
We've got one question.
When can you start?
Make your vacation work overtime in the land of plenty. California. Find yourself here.
Yeah. No.
The Dairy Queen Sweet Deals value menu has 9 items to choose from. Any 2 for $4, any 3 for $5, and any 4 for $6. So I can choose from over 20,000 meal combinations! I'm gonna need a bigger tray. DQ Sweet Deals. What's your deal?
It's time to vote!
These 4 outstanding coaches are vying for the title of Chunky MVC Most Valuable Coach. Stephen Burke, Paracycling, Calgary, Alberta. Larry Harlow, Women's Football, St. John, New Brunswick.
Corey Robinson, Wrestling, Halifax, Nova Scotia.
And Bob Clark, Girls Basketball, Toronto, Ontario. Go to tsn.ca/chunky to vote now, and you could win a year's supply of Campbell's Chunky Soup. Real food, recommended by real coaches.
Well, the Oilers are a little loose in their own zone. There was Vibe in the slot here. He took the shot. And down goes Bolin to fall on that puck. So the call was deliberately delay of game, power play Leafs.
It's Ian Turnbull with a drive, and he shot it wide, and the rebound goes all the way down the ice. Going back to get it is Borja Selming. Leafs trailed by 1. Stan Weir out there with Don Ashby to kill off the penalty. Paymont comes back. Over it goes to Pat Hickey. Over the line. Pat Hickey is taken out of the play by Pat Price. Shot along the boards, but not out. Selming left it into the corner. Selming just failed to get a hold of it, and Price whacks the puck down the ice. Selming went down, and he's...
Well, we didn't see that one at all, Bill. We were following the puck being shot down the ice. We don't know who made contact with Borja Selming, but he's down on the ice. I don't think it's that serious. You see the trainer out there having a look.
That's Guy Kinnear, who is head trainer. Assistant trainer is Danny Lemelin.
There's Danny, looking the situation over. All right, we're going to try to have a look at what happened to Selming. Just look to the right of the replay down. There he goes. And may have collided. Here's a close-up of that play. Selming goes down, and he may have just hit his head on the ice as he fell down. Or he's skating over to the players' bench. Looks to be all right. Well, this certainly deserves another look. The go-ahead goal by the Edmonton Oilers. The one-on-one, most exciting play in hockey. But what a good shift Stan Weir makes here. Palmateer just couldn't get back in time. I always like to go to your forehand, because then you can either shoot it high or low. When you get on that backhand with that curved stick, sometimes it's very difficult to get that puck up.
Okay, Gary, going after him. The puck is taken by Ron Wilson. Ron Wilson, a pass up here to Paymont. Paymont, and he was checked by Hicks. Getting it ahead, getting over the line. Hunter gets set for, and he just deflects over to the far side. And the Leafs have possession. Ron Wilson coming up with Turnbull. Turnbull takes the pass. Turnbull shoots the puck into the corner. The rebound off the boards. Ends up behind the net. Turnbull's got it again right in front of the shot. But by Hickey. There's the score! Ron Wilson's shot. I don't know who it hit, but we'll see it on the replay.
Well, it either hit Paymont or Pat Price. That's Ron Wilson's first game and his first point this year as a Leaf. Good low shot. We'll probably pick it up right here on the replay. There's the scramble in front of the net. Comes the shot. And it was Wilf Paymon off his skate. Into the net it goes.
Pat Hickey. And number 2.
And that was a power play goal.
Time 9:56.
There's a good low
Wilf
shot.
Paymon from Pat Hickey.
Looked like it hit Pat Price's skate first, and then may have deflected off of
Well, they're
Wilf
gonna
Paymon.
have to make a change in that. They give.
No, that looked like it hit Pat Price in the skate.
But on the assist, it was Ron Wilson's shot from the blue line. We'll see what happens. Here the Leafs come back again. Anderson gets it over to Saganuk. Saganuk's shot is deflected. We have a 4-4 tie. 9:50 remaining in the second period, and it's been a good one. Mark Messier, Palmateer out of the net. Shot it, but not out. The puck then picked off by Laurie Boschman. Boschman over for Anderson. Anderson stops, falls, goes into the boards. The puck is cleared to the blue line, and Edmonton with a pass. Messier then grabbed a hold of Hotham and took his helmet off. Now cleared by Anderson out to center ice. That's Colin Campbell shooting it right back. Laurie Boschman. He's being watched by Ashby. Messier goes after his check, takes him into the boards. The puck kept in by Hicks, but the Leafs recover. Dave Burrows over to Rocky Saganuk to Laurie Boschman. And Boschman couldn't get over the line. Number 19, Don Ashby, and the puck is cleared the length of the ice. It's going over the red line, going back to get it. Greg Hotham, play is called. We have 8 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the second period. They're legal then to pass, and Hickey's backhand. Hickey gets it back of the net again. They get it out in front. And now it's brought back by Edmonton down the ice. That's Blair McDonald. He gets right through the defense. Pass it right back to score. Ashby. On a beautiful play by Blair McDonald. He went right around Ian Turnbull.
Well, let's give a little credit to Blair McDonald. He made a move on Turnbull, but look at the play he makes here. I don't think Palmateer had any idea that Ashby was floating down the wing there, but a very unselfish play by McDonald. You know, those are the kind of plays, that's teamwork. You do what you have to win, set up your teammate. No problem with that one. That's Ashby's second goal of the night.
Assist number 14, Blair McDonald, and number 99, Uэйн Grettzki. Time 11:28. Don Ashby from Blair McDonald and Uэйn Grettzki. Time 11:28.
Well, another point for Grettzki. That came in the Oilers zone, but a good individual one-on-one. Turnbull, he went for the shift there. And nobody picked up Ashby. Gerlego, he let him go at the blue line there, and Ashby kept going. Of course, you saw the play, the pass over there, and the easy goal.
Goes back to Greg Hotham, up to Daryl Sittler. 5-4, over the line for Terry Martin. His backhand, Low knocked that off the side. Hit it around to Burrows. Burrows shoots it right back into the corner, back of the net. Payman right out in front. And Sittler had it deflect off his stick over the net. Payman's got it again, out in front with a backhand. And it's McDonald to Grettzki. Grettzki coming down with Ashby. They're over the line. It goes to Ashby. Ashby stops right in front, and Sittler got back in time. The referee goes down. It's up to Terry Martin. Martin can't get anywhere, and here's Grettzki again. Then for Ashby and McDonald. They come down over the line. Ashby was checked. Puck ends up on the stick of Grettzki, then Gretzky's checked. Harold Sittler comes straight back over the line. Trying to get it through to Terry Martin, and Martin couldn't get a shot. Edmonton clear the puck into the corner, but Paymon's there. Hunter caught him covered, and here comes Grettzki. Three of them up at center. Over the line, Grettzki gets it right through. And McDonald just missed that pass. It was right on his stick. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
If you want scissors that give a whole lot extra, get the amazing Home Scissors Plus, only at Home Hardware and Home Hardware Building Center. The unique curved stainless steel serrated blades give cleaner, sharper cuts with no binding or pulling. Plus, there's a bottle opener, plus a handy gripper, plus the soft grip is made for either hand. When you need more than scissors, use the versatile Home Scissors Plus.
Homeowners, helping homeowners.
Only at Home Hardware and Home Hardware Building Center.
Lunch in the park again. He's so predictable. Cheesy, beefy, and melty. So complex. Maybe I was wrong about him. Maybe he's complex. Some sort of mysterious bad boy poet. What's he thinking?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Cheese. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Cheese.
Taco Bell's Cheesy Beefy Melt. Seasoned beef with lots of melty, cheesy goodness. For a taste that's deliciously complex. Think outside the bun. Try it in the Big Bell Box Meal.
Go. It's one tiny two-letter word that makes amazing things happen. Go is action. It's what gets us to try things we've always wanted to try. Go stretches our boundaries. It reminds us that it's a big, beautiful world. And it's time to make the most of it. More people go with Visa.
Well, there you see an update. Grettzki within one. He's been in on every play tonight except the penalty shot. 1 goal, 3 assists. Having a breather right now. Could have had another one there in that last shift.
Puck's out at center ice. Edmonton leading Toronto 5-4, 7:10 to go in the second period. Long shot by Kevin Lowe, and they're going to call it ice. We have Kazicki now at center with Boschman and Saganuk, Wilson and Turnbull. It's against the boards. Edmonton trying to get it out of there. Kevin Lowe falls on it, and that's where play ends. There we have Stan Weir. Out at center. He scored on a penalty shot. And Boreas Alming fell on the puck in the goal crease. The puck is cleared out to center ice. It got by Dave Lumley. And Turnbull's pass over here for Kazicki. Can't get anywhere. Hunter shoots it right back in again. Lumley goes after it. But it's Boschman there first. Shoots it around on the boards for Rocky Saganuk. Kevin Lowe couldn't keep it in. Goes after it. Ian Turnbull then steals the puck. Ian Turnbull tries to go through, and that's shot out to center ice. Goes back down into Leaf territory, and it's Ron Wilson with it. Wilson ahead to Saganuk. Saganuk at center. Saganuk over the line. Shoots one. Lowe, stop that. Saganuk went after his own rebound. And Edmonton just clear the puck out to center ice. Turnbull at his own blue line. Long pass up for Boschman is offside from the one zone to another.
Glenn Sather is certainly excited about the way the Oilers are playing. They put together a streak at the right time. Their longest 4 in a row. The last 2 on the road where they've been having trouble all year.
They look extremely well balanced right now. A long pass, that's deflected over the line, and Ricky Vaive goes after it. He tried to get it in front, and that was Wayne Bianchi, number 15, who made the play on that one. Now the Leafs have another chance, and Derlego couldn't drag the puck far enough. Back up for Messier. Messier over the line, trying to get it in front to Bianchi, and the puck ends up along the boards and is shot by the Leafs down the ice. That's Lee Fogelin, number 2 back for it. Fogelin just shot it out to center ice. The Leafs clear it right back. Vaive going in after with Fogelin. And that ends up in the corner. Pat Hickey tried to get it. Messier. And Hickey is got. There's going to be a tripping penalty there. Live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada.
Something's been happening at Ford.
You're seeing quality like never before. Some of the best vehicles.
The best vehicles. The new Fusion.
Edge. Some of the highest quality in the world. Ford quality is equal
to Honda and Toyota. If they can't beat Ford
Must be hard to beat.
more all-new design.
New Taurus.
Flex.
You haven't seen this lineup.
You haven't seen Ford. You don't have to wait. We're here now.
This could be the best car I've ever driven.
This is Ford today. Drive one.
People think life in California is one big vacation, but it's really a lot of work.
We have board meetings.
Board meeting. Lots of board meetings. We're always playing catch up. We're really just a bunch of pencil pushers.
We work with some real characters.
We're always working weekends.
Hey, it's a dirty job.
But someone's got to do it.
So if California seems like your kind of work,
We've got one question.
When can you start?
Make your vacation work overtime in the land of plenty. California. Find yourself here.
Well, here you'll see a perfect 9.5. Lee Fogelin caught for tripping on Pat Hickey. And the Leafs have the opportunity here to tie this game up again. We've had 9 goals so far. And lots of time left.
Stan Weir out there with Messier as the forwards. It comes back to Turnbull. A shot to score! A deflection in front. And I think that was Wilfie Payman again.
Well, those face-offs become so very important, especially when you win them cleanly, as Sittler did here. Not too much you can do, but Turnbull keeps the puck low. So anytime you do that, you can have that deflection. Payman, who's been heading for the net all night, is rewarded for a second time. But Stan Weir just can't get there in time to prevent stopping the shot. That only took 3 seconds to put that goal home. Payman deflecting it by Ronnie Lowe.
And the official time of the goal was 14:46. We have a 5-5 tie. Puck into the corner. Kevin Lowe after it. Kevin Lowe shot the puck down the ice. That's over the red line. Back is Burroughs to touch it. The linesman puts up his arm, and we have icing.
You know, a lot of players certainly build up their statistics at home. But let's look at Wayne Gretzky's road record in the last 8 games. This is his 8th game. He has 9 goals and 13 assists, 22 points in his last 8 road games. And this game isn't over yet.
And that was Payman, I believe, his 30th of the year. We have Sittler, Payman, and Terry Martin. 4:55 remaining to play in the second period. A 5-5 tie. The puck was not dropped fairly. We'll do it all over again.
Well, Joe Crozier, he's had this line against Gretzky just about the whole night. Sittler, he wanted Sittler against Gretzky. And I know Sittler, he's probably thinking, you know, I don't want any 19-year-old kid outplaying me.
Right, and Payman gets the puck, comes back to Hawthorne. Goes into the corner, Terry Martin, and it was kicked in by Kevin Lowe. That's shot down the ice. Greg Hawthorne goes back for it. Ashby's up after him. He bounces into him. Gretzky trying to dig the puck out. Payman gets in front. Hawthorne's down, and the puck goes underneath his skates, so we'll have a face-off. Puck in the corner. 8th player was knocked down. Goes out to center ice. Kevin Lowe heading it over onto the far side, and then back up to Gretzky. Here he comes at center. Gretzky over the line. Still has it. Backs it back. Has it too far from him. Hawthorne gave it back to McDonald. There's Gretzky back of the net. Got it out in front. Ashby couldn't get a shot. Payman comes back for the Leafs. And offside was Darryl Sittler showing a burst of speed.
Darryl Sittler heading for the bench right now. Been very effective tonight. Payman with 2 deflected goals. Sittler trying to reach that 100-point plateau. There you see the sign, and you know, sometimes during the course of a game, the players will lose the edge of their skate. The trainer's trying to rectify that situation.
It's Fogelin getting it up over the line, and then it was knocked right back out again. It was Fogelin now shooting it again. Hits the linesman. Anderson covers him in front of the Edmonton bench. And that's where the faceoff will be.
Well, there's Harold Watson and granddaughter Jill. You remember Bugsy Watson played for just about every team in the National Hockey League. Having a look at tonight's hockey game.
Long shot off the boards, and it's out over the blue line, and Laurie Boschman along past the Saganuk. Saganuk, he was checked by Hicks. Now then Turnbull comes to the line, lost the puck, and it's cleared out. Weir tried to get it back to Lumley. Now it's handed right back again. A pass up here to Hunter. Dave Hunter still has it, tried to center it. It's kicked off. They're trying to get Fogelin. Now they go to Hicks. Along the boards, Hunter. Finally digging it out was Lumley. Gets it to Weir, a shot, and Palmatier stopped that. Knocked off the boards and down the ice. 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the second period. A 5-5 tie. Dave Burrows, number 26, at it, the red line. Comes up to the blue line and over. Knocks Hunter down. Hicks is there, though. Derlego gets in there, and that's where play will end.
Well, good individual effort there by Dave Burrows, trying to get into that zone. You look at Billy Derlego. Coach Harry Neal said that's probably the best thing that happened to Derlego is to leave Vancouver. A fresh start. He has a lot of potential. Whether he can do it here in Toronto remains to be seen. There's the time, 17:25 gone. Score is tied at 5.
And we have Gretcki back out there again. Now it's Vive shooting it around back of the net. Derlego center to right foot to Hickey. And he got his shot away. There's right in front the boundary, drove it wide. He was left uncovered in front of the net. The puck is loose again. Hickey centers it. Gretcki goes after it. Gretcki can't get it out. And Derlego is given a bump. Now it's back for Edmonton. Here's Ashby over the line. And it comes out to center ice.
Well, that last play there where the Oilers went offside, the defense stood up in that blue line, they challenged, and that caused the offside, and that's really what you have to do with this line here.
Now Kevin Lowe comes up over the leaf line. Ron Wilson, a piece of him. Here's Ashby going in, and he shot it wide. Ron Ashby with 2 goals so far. Here's Ashby with it again. Back it comes the drive. That goes off the leg into the corner, and Derlego sends Vive down the right wing. Vive over the line, took his shot off the leg. And he's squeezed out by Kevin Lowe. The puck is loose, though. It's back of the net, and Gretcki gets there to pick it up. Number 99, Uein Gretcki, getting up to center ice to Blair McDonald. McDonald, watched by Turnbull. And the Leafs will come back. Derlego and Vive with Hickey trailing. And the pass is deflected. Turnbull gets a shot. And Ron Lowe stopped that. As they go end to end, the puck is off the glass, into the corner. Vive goes after it. Vive nearly stole the puck. Pat Price lost it to Derlego. There's a shot. And Hickey tried to deflect that one. Another one in front. Another shot. Lowe stopped that.
In this period.
And it's cleared by Edmonton out to center ice. Gretcki's got a break. Turnbull trying to get back. Gretcki takes a shot, and he hit the side of the net. But he still got it. Out in front, McDonald a shot. Finally, it's picked off by Paymal. Paymal gets it over the line. Terry Martin went after it. Paymal's there. Right in front, the Sittler shoots. And Ron Lowe didn't know where that was. But he made the save anyway. Terry right in front, Sittler again. And diving on that was Hicks. Ends up in the corner. Back of the net. Hicks and Sittler. See what happens. There's 19 seconds. It comes to Sittler. Sittler trying to center it. We have a 5-5 tie back for Edmonton. Up at center, and McDonald gets relief by shooting it in. Palmatier shot it right back. Here's Sittler with a long shot. 1 second left. There goes the bell. And an action-packed second period in.
Well, the Oilers continue to play very loose in their own zone, always leaving that slot man open. Good chance here by Sittler. Ron Lowe had no idea where the puck was. He did make the pad save, but the Oilers are going to have to tighten up in their own zone. Here's another one chance and a sprawling save. And here's the good play by Gretcki. He fakes the slap shot, freezes Palmachier, ends up hitting the goalpost on that play.
And so the score at the end of the second period, Edmonton 5, Toronto 5.
Do you know me? I'm Steve Omichel, freestyle aerialist and world champion. Vancouver for me is really an opportunity to finish my career. I'm definitely not getting any younger as an athlete. It works out perfectly for me, and it's a great time for me to say goodbye to the sport I've loved for the last 15 years. I'm Steve Omichel. My Vancouver 2010 will come down to 7 seconds.
Get to know your Canadian athletes. Watch more video at ctvolympics.ca.
Hi, LL Cool J.
That was me, LL Cool J. Before I started using Stride from Old Spice. Now look at me.
The Dairy Queen Sweet Deals value menu has 9 items to choose from. Any 2 for $4, any 3 for $5, and any 4 for $6. So I can choose from over
20,000 meal combinations!
I'm gonna need a bigger tray. DQ Sweet Deals. What's your deal?
Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leaf Classics here on ESPN Classic Canada. I'm Gord Miller as we return to March of 1980 in the regular season game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is Uэйн Grettzki's NHL debut at Maple Leaf Gardens, and he is not disappointed thus far with a goal and an assist. The assist moving him into the NHL lead for helpers with a remarkable 82 on the year. As they were so many times in that first season in the NHL, the Oilers were overmatched in this game, outshot 18-8 in the second period. But the game is tied at 5 as we go to the third.
And play underway. The puck taken by Fogelin, lost it. The Leafs have it. Martin's pass nowhere near his teammate. And back over the line, Messier. Getting it into the corner. That's Peter Driscoll as the puck is shot down the ice and going back for it. Fogelin again. Hicks is with him. We have a 5-5 tie. Fogelin coming up to his own blue line, up at center. And he was checked. Messier missed it. Paymont's got it. One man back. Paymont goes in with a shot. And Lowe deflects it off his glove into the crowd.
Well, that's something that the Oilers will certainly have to improve this period, is the shot total.
And Gary, Bobby Woods of Maple Leaf Gardens is convalescing in hospital after minor surgery. So, Bob, from all of us at Hockey Night in Canada and the staff of Maple Leaf Gardens, you get well soon.
There you see the Leafs bench. Joe Crozier continues to pace and offer encouragement.
And they face off. That's Kazicki carrying the puck around on the boards. Larry McDonald shot it out to center ice. He's out there with Gretcki and Ashby. And Turnbull has the puck. Turnbull a quick pass, and Kazicki just failed to get it with Pat Price trying to recover. Ashby gets back. Clears it to number 4, Kevin Lowe. And Kevin Lowe back in the net. Gretcki tapped the glove to him. Pat Price just gets rid of it. It's knocked back in again. There's a delayed whistle, finally offside.
There's Brian Wayne, one of the producers of Hockey Night in Canada telecast. NHL Tonight. And the World Hockey Report. And there's the camera that does all the work for the World Hockey Report.
That's Stan Weir at center. Lumley is playing on the right side. Kevin Lowe stays out there. A long pass for Lumley. Leafs break that up. Now then Pat Hickey's pass, and it's cleared back to Lumley again. He in turn gives it away at center ice, then gets it back, and he bumps into Stan Weir, and the puck is shot all the way down around back of that into the corner. Pat Price gets it back again to Lowe. Lowe shot it along the boards. And David Hunter couldn't get past center ice. Derligo was knocked down. Now it's Hunter trying it again. Over the line, gets his shot. Palmatier had no trouble with that. Weir takes his man to the boards, and we'll get a whistle.
Stan Weir, since he's come to the Oilers, has added a second centerman that can certainly score some goals. You know, a team, to be successful, they certainly have to have that strength down the middle. They have two real good ones and a third on the way. That's young Mark Messier, 19 years old, along with Grettzky, 19 years old, two of the youngest players playing the National Hockey League today.
Well, we have Grettzky back out there again with McDonald and Ashby. Puck goes back into Edmonton territory, hits after it, and he gives it to McDonald. McDonald's pass tips off a stick, and a nice play by Terry Martin to prevent Edmonton from getting loose. Goes back. Clearing pass over from Salming to Turnbull. Turnbull tried to get it over on the other side for Paymo. It goes back to Turnbull. A 5-5 tie, 17 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the game. And it's Turnbull, a pass over to Sittler. Sittler coming up through center. A long pass on the right wing. Paymo trying to get it back to Martin. Does. Martin trying to get it out in front. And Fogelin clears the puck out to center ice. Stopped by Turnbull again to Paymo. To John Anderson. He's over the line. Back to Sittler. Sittler to Paymo. Paymo got it over. There's a shot by Turnbull, and that was wide, and the rebound came right out in front. Comes back to center ice. Turnbull's got it again. Turnbull over the line to Anderson. There's the shot. Lowe stopped that. There's a big rebound, and it comes all the way out and down the ice. Turnbull back for it. Turnbull goes over onto the wing. Ron Wilson, a quick pass for Anderson. Anderson again with a drive, and Lowe isn't sure where it is, but he's got it. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada.
Go. It's one tiny two-letter word that makes amazing things happen. Go is action. It's what gets us to try things we've always wanted to try. Go stretches our boundaries. It reminds us that it's a big, beautiful world, and it's time to make the most of it. More people go with Visa.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Kelsey's. Cheers to our new menu.
As a hockey parent, you'll obviously be making a lot of road trips, so I imagine safety is a concern. And you can't do better than Honda. Like all Honda vehicles, it has class-leading safety.
And of course, the durability and reliability that you'd expect from a Honda. Not to mention great fuel efficiency. So all those road trips cost you less.
The Honda Big Save event is on now. So hurry in and save big. Lease the Civic DX from $178 a month for 48 months. The Honda Big Save event, only until March 31st.
Hi, LL Cool J.
That was me, LL Cool J. Before I started using Stride from Old Spice. Now look at me.
Welcome back to Maple Leaf Classics as Uэйн Grettzki is serving notice on the Toronto Maple Leafs and the NHL. It's his Gardens debut on March 29th, 1980. In the third period, the game is tied at 5.
Puck goes into the corner. Picked up by Burrows. Burrows shot it around on the boards. Paymo's trying to get it out. He can't. Grettzki got it back, and then it's Hitler intercepting to Terry Martin. Martin goes over the blue line, takes the shot, and Lowe stopped that. Larry McDonald ahead to Grettzki. He's over the line, drops it back, trying to get through. The puck is still loose, and Sittler sends Paymo down the right wing. center over the blue line. Fakes the shot. Lets it go. Low stop that. Terry Martin went after the rebound. And it's chopped out. Grettzki goes after it. Burrows back. McDonald with him. There's the shot. He scores!
Has he made a believer out of you yet, Bill?
He absolutely has. He did earlier.
You know, he never fails to amaze you. It looked like he was going to set up McDonald, and perhaps Paul Machier may have had that in mind too. He elected to shoot it, and you saw what happened. That's 5 points. But he gets set, a little pause, lets the slap shot go, and into the net she goes. And he is now tied with Marcel Dion for the scoring leadership. And another thing here, you know, Bobby Clark, getting back to Gretzky's assist total, has 89. Grettzky has now 83. And here's the way Paul Machier sees it. Right in the net.
That's it. He didn't see it. It was in the net. The puck into the corner. Comes along to Dan Murdoch. Shot it out. 6-5, Edmonton leading. Anderson is checked by Murdoch. Murdoch comes over the line. Gets it over. In front. Oh, a shot. Another try. And that one went flying over top of the net as Driscoll had a great opportunity.
Well, let's face it, this hasn't been a game tonight for the checking aspect of the game. It's been wide open, freewheeling. It's great for the fans. They love it. And across the network. And that has to be a thrill. There you see the tie now with Grettzky and Dion, that the whole network is able to see Wayne Grettzky in action tonight. And what a performance he has put on.
He's figuring in every scoring play except the penalty shot by Stan Weir, and now they're getting on Palmatier. Wilson unable to get out. Shot back by Messier. Goes back to the net. And it's Ian Turnbull. Turnbull, his pass knocked down. Driscoll, and it went over the glass into the rail seats.
Well, what Joe Crozier had talked about before the game about defense certainly hasn't transpired tonight. Well, they've got the total down already. 132 points. Grettzky. He must be from Brantford, Ontario.
Well, Stan Weir is out at center now. Puck comes out in front. Lumley gets it back. Here's a drive. Oh, just wide by Kevin Lowe. As the Leafs are vulnerable in their own zone. A long pass down the ice. It's over the red line. Lowe touches it, and that's icy. 12-13 remaining in the game. 6-5 Edmonton.
Well, both teams have left a lot to be desired in their own zone. Not doing a very good job of checking and covering up. And, you know, when you get into the playoffs, the Leafs, of course, have a playoff place clinched. The Oilers have not, as of right now. Perhaps with a win tonight, they will solidify that position. But, you know, once you get in the playoffs, that's the name of the game, is defense.
They're just announcing here in Maple Leaf Gardens that Wayne Grettzky is caught up to Marcel Dion in the scoring race. Doug Hicks played the puck to the blue line. Hotham kept it in. And now then Edmonton will try it again. A pass for Lumley. That's broken up and shot back out to center ice, and the Leafs will come back. Derlego and Pat Hickey. Hickey 16, Derlego shakes a shot. And Ronnie Lowe covers up. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
It's scaling new heights and covering new ground. Lone riders and easy riders. Big hugs and big mugs. It's home and abroad. It's a story told every day. Not just any story, but our story.
Dad!
Hey, sweetheart. Good to meet you, Tim.
Likewise, sir.
Beautiful new BMW.
Beautiful, yes, but not new.
Son, I know a new car when I see one.
Yeah, but it's pre-owned.
Right. And you'll get the Master's Suite tonight, Tim.
Looks like new, performs like new. And with a protection plan for up to 6 years or 160,000 kilometers, it's hard to believe it's pre-owned. And now, great value with financing rates starting at just 0.9%.
We see Glenn Sather behind the bench. Only 11:49, getting closer all the time to that win and a step closer to the playoffs.
Stan Weir facing off against Orlego, and they couldn't get them to get their sticks on the ice, so out they go.
Faceoffs become so very important now.
Hickey won the draw, kicked the puck right in front of the net. It goes around to Lee Fogelin. Fogelin is covered. Hickey gets into it. The puck is loose, and finally they get a whistle.
You know, when you get into this stage of the game, we always were reminded, all right, guys, all it takes is another 2 shifts each. Concentration. Always know where your man is. There's the number 99.
Orlego won the draw, but the puck winds up with Ronnie Lowe getting it over on the left side to Hunter. Hunter moves up at center, a long shot into the corner. Lumley goes after that. Palmatier came out of the nets. A long pass down the ice, a race for it. Going after it is Vive. He kicked it, and Fogelin is there. Fogelin up on the boards, and Stan Weir carrying it up at center, over the line. There's a shot by Lumley, and that's high and over top of the net. The rebound all the way to the blue line, up at center. And Edmonton break it up. The Leafs then take a brace with Ron Wilson shooting the puck in on a backhand. Saganuk's out there now. John Anderson, as the puck is shot down the ice. It went right by Gretcki. It's going over the red line. It's touched. Icing is the call. 10:41 left.
You know, there's a situation now where Gretcki is almost impossible to stop on a one-on-one. So what's happening, as you see, his point total against the Leafs this season, what's happening is that he's drawing a crowd, sometimes 2 and 3 players. He has the poise and the confidence to draw those players to himself and then look for that open man. You know, McDonald has 44 goals so far this year. He should have about 60. That's how many scoring opportunities he's had. But at 19, to have that kind of ability.
Here's a shot that ends up back of the net. Picked up by Edmonton. Edmonton's Pat Price shot it up the center ice. Messier tried for Murdoch, and that was too far. And it's John Anderson in front of his own net. Nice pass to Saganuk. Saganuk goes down at center. Over the blue line. A drive, and Lowe knocked it down. Kevin Lowe tries to get it out. Now it's Messier trying it again. And he lost the puck. Now then John Anderson races after the puck. Goes in over the line. Fakes the shot. Still has it. Goes over to Hotham. Hotham a drive. That's knocked down in front of the defense. Play is called. The puck was pushed ahead with a glove.
Mark Messier, that's the other 19 on this hockey club. And, you know, watching him at the beginning of the year, he probably should have been in the minors. Glenn Sather worked with him, and he's turned out to be one heck of a hockey player.
Turnbull a shot. That's knocked down. Another shot. Lowe knocked that one down. Paymont goes into the corner. Gets it out in front. Terry Martin a shot. Sittler is hauled down. And we'll have a penalty to Colin Campbell. With the score, Edmonton 6, Toronto 5. This is Hockey Night in Canada.
Go. It's one tiny 2-letter word that makes amazing things happen. Go is action. It's what gets us to try things we've always wanted to try. Go stretches our boundaries. It reminds us that it's a big, beautiful world, and it's time to make the most of it. More people go with Visa.
When the lights go out, don't be left in the dark. Get the helpful reactor emergency light, only at Home Hardware and Home Hardware Building Center. The compact emergency light charges in any indoor outlet. It's a regular night light, but when the power goes out, the emergency light doesn't. Unplugged, it's a powerful LED flashlight. Be ready for any blackout. Pick up your reactor emergency light today, just $12.97.
Homeowners, helping homeowners.
Only at Home Hardware and Home Hardware Building Center.
Well, there's the action in front of the net. Colin Campbell has to haul down Daryl Sittler. And he'll go off, and what an opportunity for the Leafs on this power play.
Edmonton 6, Toronto 5, 9:47 left in the game. Leafs with a man advantage. It comes back to Wilson. Wilson moves to Turnbull. Turnbull passed it over, and Payman just failed to deflect it. Daryl Sittler with the puck. He goes back to Wilson, into Turnbull. Turnbull shot, low, stop that. Paymon's got it. Payman back to Turnbull. Here goes another shot. That's knocked down. In front of the net. Getting up rather slowly, Lee Fogelin. But a great defensive play by the Edmonton Oilers.
Now, you find out teams when they're fighting for a playoff spot, and even the playoffs, they're willing to sacrifice, even if it means getting hurt to win a hockey game. You saw what Leah Fogelin did there, went down to block that shot. The Oilers have to pay a little attention to Daryl Sittler. He always plays over on that right side there on his off wing, ready to shoot the puck. Always has the ability to get himself in the open.
Fogelin fails to get the puck out, gets another try, and this time gets it down the ice. Dan Weir goes down. Palmatier shot it off the boards, and it's Wilf Payman. Payman for Turnbull. Ian Turnbull with the puck. Turnbull picking his way out to his own blue line. A pass over to Ron Wilson. Wilson's pass to Sittler. Offside.
Well, Ron Wilson has been used on the power play on that right point, and he's made some good plays. That's usually where your power play originates from, is the point. Very important. And oh, oh boy.
Well, he's enjoying himself.
Oh, sure. What else do we do at a hockey game? Besides eat popcorn, chew gum, and watch the excellent plays out there.
You have Stan Weir, Pat Price. It's over the line for Hickey. Pat Hickey with a backhand, and Loesch covered that on the short side. Leafs have the puck out. Payman goes back to Turnbull. Turnbull lets one fly. The rebound, Sittler with a backhand. And he just couldn't get enough wood on it. Doug Hicks kicks at the puck. Still kicking at it. It goes to Stan Weir, and he gets it out to center ice. Ian Turnbull over for Pat Hickey. He lost it. And it's Pat Price shooting it down the ice into the corner. 8 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the game. Turnbull, a long pass off the skate of Payman. 23 seconds left in the penalty. The puck is back of the net. Sittler still has it. Sittler trying to get out in front, gets it to Payman. Payman back to Burroughs, over to Wilson. Wilson shot it in front, has it handed back to him. Rolls it over for Burroughs. And it's broken up by Edmonton and shot down the ice. A race for it. Out comes Palmatier, and he beat Gretcki with a puck. Play is called as the penalty is over.
Well, good play by Palmatier. He took the gamble there and outraced Wayne Gretzky to the puck. Borje Salming hasn't played at all in this third period. Instead, he reopened that cut when he fell to the ice. Fine work by statistician Ed Milliken giving us this information. Stan Weir talking things over with Dave Hunter.
And we have Gretzky out on the ice now as they're back at full strength. That's Colin Campbell shooting it over onto the wing. Comes back at center ice. Cleared in by Blair McDonald. Ashby and, of course, Gretzky, as the puck comes through center ice, goes back, driven in by Gretzky, and it's Greg Hawthorne back of the net. Hotham goes to Bill Derligo. Derligo comes over the blue line. He moves up through center with Kazicki. Hit over the line, and Kazicki went in about 3 strides in advance of his teammate. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Hi, LL Cool J.
That was me, LL Cool J. Before I started using Stride from Old Spice. Now look at me.
Hey, sorry I spilled coffee in your new car the other day.
It's okay.
Is that a voodoo doll?
Yeah. Doesn't work, though.
You'll get passionate about 3 Nissans for under $15,000. Like the Sentra, now only $14,998. See Nissan.ca for details.
You know that age-old dilemma, where should we eat tonight? With the Urban Spoon app from the App Store, you can find restaurants nearby. Not tonight. Yeah, that sounds good. That's the iPhone, solving life's dilemmas, one app at a time.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Kelsey's. Cheers to our new menu.
Yeah. No.
Well, we're back live here at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. We have 7 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the game, and Edmonton continues to lead by a score of 6-5. And it was Gretcki breaking the tie at 6:48 of this final period. And so now it's Edmonton bringing the puck up to center ice. Over the line for Messier, dropped it back. The shot is wide off the stick of Peter Driscoll. It goes sliding down the ice again. There's no icing. Lee Fogelin goes back to get it. Puck comes. Anderson rolled it right in front of the net, and Rooney went off, hooked his skate into the net. A long shot at Karam, and it was right on Mike Palmatier. Back to the net for Ian Turnbull. Turnbull coming up. Saginaw ran into Messier. A long shot, knocked down. Picked off by Edmonton's number 24, Peter Driscoll, over the line. Driscoll fans on his shot. The puck comes loose, and the Leafs break out. A long pass, Sittler up to Saginaw. Saginaw over the line. Here's the shot. Lowe dropped that one with his glove. It's cleared around on the boards to Driscoll again. Driscoll of Edmonton is given a knee, and there's going to be a penalty to Saginaw for tripping. Play is called, and Saginaw goes to the penalty box. Live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada.
Feel protected by TD Insurance.
People go out of their way to feel protected. With TD Insurance, you don't have to worry. Because we make it easy to protect yourself from the accidents of life. Get the insurance you need from the people you trust. TD Insurance.
You know, that place where a little bundle of joy meets, it's not just about me anymore. I'm there.
When
life changes, State Farm is there to help you plan ahead and protect what matters most.
For the Oilers. And that's 22 seconds after Ashby had scored his goal.
So from the faceoff, McDonald out there with Grettzki and Ashby. Slipped it through for Ashby. He's hauled down by Paymon. The puck goes down the ice.
There's a good example right there, Bill, how he feathered that puck right through for Ashby. Had he not been hauled down, he'd been home free.
Up at center ice now for Blair McDonald. He's over the line. Blair McDonald, a drop pass, at least break it up. Terry Martin going down the ice with Sittler. Closing in. Terry Martin, a pass right across the goal mouth. Paymon couldn't get to it. And Blair McDonald again with Grettzki. And also number 3, Al Hamilton. They're over the line, 3 of them. Gretzky's past Al Hamilton, right in front. And Grettzki came within an ace. Not putting that one in. And Palmatier is wondering where everybody is.
Yeah, not much support. The Oilers have been breaking for the holes and making those good plays. There's Wayne Grettzky, another great night for him. 6 points, 2 goals, 4 assists.
And Edmonton leads Toronto by a score of 8-5. From the face-off, a shot. Palmatier just got his glove on that one as it seemed to carry him close to the corner. And they'll have another whistle. 3:15.
Well, a heads-up play by Dave Lumley. Look at how far Palmatier's out. Nothing to shoot at, and that's when you have to make the little shift. Now, once he makes a shift, he's got all kinds of room to throw that puck in the net.
Now the Leafs come back. Saganok up at center to Anderson. Shot the puck into the corner. Picked off there by Peter Driscoll, and back comes Edmonton. Driscoll up at center ice. He's over the line, going in with Murdoch. The puck knocked off his stick, and the Leafs come back. Laurie Boschman up at center ice. Over the blue line. Boschman gets it back to Anderson. Shot it into the corner. Anderson tried to get a hold of it, but Driscoll's got it. He elects to hold it with his skate. They try to get it loose. They do, and it comes over to Don Murdoch, and he just fires it down the ice. That's over the red line. Going back to touch it is Wilson. And we have 5 minutes and 26, at least 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining.
Well, if the Leafs lose this game tonight, which they undoubtedly will, they will be mathematically eliminated from finishing higher than 10th overall. And they certainly won't have the advantage of having the first round in their own building. They'll have to start out on the road and play away from home.
Verlego with Pat Hickey, and the puck is taken by Dan Weir. He lost it, got it back again, and Weir comes down through center. He's got Hunter. Hunter's going right in alone. And Palmatier stopped that and covers up.
Now the Oilers have continued to skate with a little speed. Stan Weir, good play here. Hits a driving Dave Hunter. Moved in a little bit too close there. Gave Palmatier a chance to stick check the puck away from him and hold on for the face-off. But the Oilers have certainly hit that open man, and you know, when the wingers aren't coming back and covering, it makes the job a lot easier.
Puck is cleared by Dave Burrows into the corner with 2 minutes and 7 seconds and counting. Greg Hotham gets the puck up to center right, cleared by Hickey, wide of the net, goes over to the far side. Kevin Lowe shot it to the blue line, but not out. Hotham kept it in, and the pass by Vive is taken by Edmonton as they come back to center ice. Over the line and offside was Lumley, and he didn't wait for Kevin Lowe, number 4.
Well, it seems that every time Wayne Grettzky steps on the ice, he's given a round of applause by the fans here at Maple Leaf Gardens, and justifiably so. Now, I've talked to a few people here tonight and asked them when's the last time they've seen a kid like this perform. Not since Bobby Orr broke in the National Hockey League.
Well, we have Richard Mulhern back of the net. Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson's pass to Sittler. Sittler shot it over the line. Cleared by Ashby. It's cleared over on this right side. McDonald missed it. Ashby's got it now, number 19. Gets it over onto the left side. That is deflected. Ashby is checked by Sittler. Sittler trying to get a shot. Paymon, a backhand. Low stop that. It's back of the net. Into the corner for Wilf Paymon. Paymon read it in front. A shot. And that try by Ron Wilson was stopped by Lowe. That's knocked down with a high stick. Play is called. And we'll have a face-off with 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the game. Edmonton leading Toronto 8-5.
Well, Don Ashby never really reached his potential when he was here with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Spent some time in the minors. The Oilers got a hold of him, and it's a new lease on life for him. Scored his 8th, 9th, and 10th goals of the year. Certainly fit in that line with Grettzky and McDonald.
That's right, Gary. No question about that. And he's used to play center, but he's certainly been very solid on the left wing. It's Uein Grettzky. Now he's putting on a little show here. There's a quick pass. Going in alone is Ashby. Right in and goal, and his backhand was wide as he had the whole Leaf club looking at him.
Well, that's what I mean, Bill. You know, time and time again, he feeds his wingers if they would only score in their scoring chances. Now, who knows how many points he could have?
Probably around 200. Over the line for Sittler. Coming up the ice now for Ashby. Ashby clears it over on the far wing. 14 seconds left. Now 12. Paymon took his man into the boards. The puck goes to Sittler. Sittler left it there. It's right in front. And Grettzky put it over top of the net with 1 second left. Oh, he's right in front.
That would have been number 50. Gretzky's got 49, and he has a chuckle about it. He had Palmateer down, he had him frozen. Good play by McDonald. He knows Grettzky needs one more. Feeds him. Down he goes, down. Just over top of the net. Really didn't have that much. Palmateer came across pretty good there.
He put on a little bit of a shuffle here at center ice, and he mesmerized the whole Maple Leaf team. There goes the bell, and the game is over as Edmonton wins 8-5. In just a moment, our three-star selections.
Well, the final score here is 8-5. A very big game for the Oilers. They've moved up in the standings, trying to get that last playoff spot. And you know, all year it's been a struggle for them. Very inconsistent hockey, and the time that they put the winning streak together was right near the end of the year when they really needed it. So that's 5 in a row for the Oilers.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's Molson Cup 3 stars as selected by Hockey Night in Canada. The first star, Uein Grettzky. The second star, Don Ashby. And the third star, Wilf Paymon.
And so the Edmonton Oilers and Uein Grettzky give us a glimpse of what's to come as they score 3 times in the third period en route to an 8-5 win. And with his second goal in the hockey game in the third period, Uein Grettzky at that point actually took over the NHL scoring lead. He would wind up tied with Marcel Dion for the lead at the end of the year with 137 points on the season. Both these teams would lose in the opening round of the Stanley Cup playoffs that year, but there were great things in store for Grettzky and the Oilers. A short 4 years later, they were atop the NHL as the Stanley Cup champions. For all of us at ESPN Classic Canada, I'm Gord Miller. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. You're watching